The saintontas Mr. Pokke drama has reached all new heights. It's so serious that I'm not even doing this live. I'm making a video like old school mantics. Everybody knows that I am fair. I am very fair. If I hear about somebody doing wrong in my community against my fellow small streamers, I have something to say about it. But this altercation has gone nuclear, and Mr. Pokke and saintontas are apparently suing each other. Let's get right into the nudes.
This is a fight of good versus evil. The line has been drawn on the sand. I'm on the good side. I am now on the good side.
The problem with this is if you have to tell people that you're the good guys, you're probably not the good guys.
Because the evil side is using things like Ghislaine Maxwell, copyright strikes, rape thumbnails, rape accusations, all of that.
Wait a minute.
I don't think you should ever accuse somebody of a serious crime over gacha opinions. You should absolutely not be making accusations about people if you have absolutely no proof. This is the point where I realized that I'm not unemployed enough to keep up with this drama. You might remember on my last video, I said that nobody likes people that abuse the copyright system, abuse the flagging system on YouTube. From what I've seen, it does look like Pokke is abusing the copyright system. That being said, saintontas, you might be able to find one or two fights that he didn't start. Like I said, Pokke is not innocent. There were a couple times where Pokke was trying to be like Tectone and throwing little jabs at people and saying that he wouldn't intervene or he wouldn't engage, and then he would engage, and then he would say, I'm not going to do any more drama anymore, and then he'd go back into drama. This whole gacha war has basically boiled down to two retards fighting. From what I've seen of Pokke's side, I'm starting to get a little bit afraid that Pokke has put us in a position where we might actually have to give saintontas a W. If he's abusing the copyright system and saintontas goes to court and proves that the copyright was bullshit, he is going to be the most insufferable person in the gacha space, because he's going to be known as an underdog, and he's going to be known as the fighter of evil, and we're only gonna have Pokke to thank for that.
And you want to know what the best thing is? This isn't evil.
But implying that saintontas is overall good and Pokke is overall evil is just not the case.
The full list. There's still more people.
I think they're both drama mongers, and I think they both push shit way too fucking far.
Do you guys remember this dude? Oh, hey, Jenna, if you're gonna publicly comment on the issue, can you make sure to show your DMs with Lakari first? I said I was gonna save that one.
Now, that's insane. That's insane. You might have also remember from my first video about this drama that Genazad was accused of being a PDF by saintontas because Genazad C6'd a character in Wuthering Waves called Rokia, and she's seen as a lolly character, and the accusation was that because he C6'd a lolly character, that must mean that he likes him young, let's just say. And if Genazad was actually gooning with Lakari, which is the implication, I mean, why else would anybody talk to Lakari? I mean, maybe he was talking to Lakari about normal gacha games and stuff, but this kind of implies that Genazad and Lakari were gooning to illegal material. I don't know how saintontas would know that, because that would imply that Lakari or Genazad leaked those private DMs to somebody else, and then that person snaked them and leaked it to saintontas. This is incredible. If saintontas somehow... this is fucking Kino, guys. This is fucking Kino. If saintontas flips the script and was actually the good guy the entire time, I don't know how I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to hold this L.
I said I was saving that one. I heard y'all were best friends.
How does he know? How does he have that information? Like, we have to get to the bottom of this.
That's going in the video, by the way, so don't worry about that one. That one's going in the video. He thought he could take a shot. What a little pussy. Ooh, now I know. Now I...
This is why Pokke has got me concerned, because if Pokke somehow fumbles this, saintontas is going to be known as the king of gacha. Incredible. It's fucking insane, dude.
I definitely know why he S6 that Rosia.
Oh, he's doubling. He's doubling down.
Now I definitely know why he did it.
Oh, Oh, he's doubling. This person has 6 Rosia Hammer.
Hey, after I found out about Lakari, confirmed. Just report the channel as well. I realized that. Yeah, you could just, maybe you could just report the channel.
And you see, this is where you lose me. This is where you lose me. You're gonna start reporting people because they make naughty, they make fun of you and they make clip compilations of you. This is bitch shit. Like, you should not report people just because you don't like their opinions. Okay, like. Now, here's the thing. If, like, I think the whole Epstein thing, like, I think this whole, like, calling each other, like, oh, you were on Epstein's island and everything, we're really, like, downplaying the severity of, like, the actual Epstein files. So I feel like saintontas is no longer a perfect villain, and pokke is no longer a perfect victim. And this is the problem. When you start throwing actual crime accusations at people with no evidence, and then you have to start reporting people because they're actually making credible threats against people and stuff like that. It's like, it's one thing if you're making credible threats and everything, and nobody should be getting accused of actual crimes just because they play a fucking gacha game. Like, I feel like it's really dumb on both sides. You should not have to report people because you're in a drama about opinions, and you shouldn't have to call people Epstein just because you disagree with them.
As well, let's just, yeah, how about this? It'll be easier.
And it gets really dumb. It gets really dumb when a guy's calling sexual harassment. The hell? It gets really dumb when you're calling somebody Epstein and then they're calling you Epstein and then you have to go, but well, he did it first. Are you kidding me, guys? Like,
it'll actually be easier to report the channel. And the reason for that is simple, right? It's easier to report the channel, right? Because if he deletes the videos, then YouTube will know that it's for the channel and not him. Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's report the whole channel and reference these videos when we can. Yeah, I might just do that. Today's channel, it's gonna get that.
Because this is where it goes to. It stops being like, well, he did it first, so now I'm doing it. Now it turns into like, now it looks like a targeted harassment campaign, and whoever was the last person to strike is the person who gets seen as the bad guy. So even if saintontas started it and Skull CJ moved in and he was just retaliating, it's going to turn into an automated thing at YouTube. It just decides who's the winner, and then somebody loses their channel over it. It's like, can we just stick to the facts? Can we hate each other for like what we actually do? Can we not try to just win the W at all costs? Can we just kind of try to like take everything on a case-by-case basis and keep everything contained to you were wrong about this thing? Why does everything have to turn into an accusation where we call somebody a criminal?
Snapped. So I actually looked a couple of things up, and it turns out a couple of forms I might actually be able to send them in. I might be able to send them in, and it could lead to 3 video takedowns at once. Who knows? Just saying, there are some forms that I could send in. I've read them, and
here's the thing. If saintontas is genuinely taking down videos that are objectionable, like it's just people just slandering him with absolutely no proof, and it's not even in retaliation to something that he said, then you know what? I might actually agree with the takedowns. If the takedowns were really bad, or if the content was really bad and the takedowns were justified, my only problem is that our Saints videos that were completely out of context, that were completely slanderous, or they were, or you know, will Saints videos that were really bad and painted people in a bad way and took people horribly out of context, will Saints videos get taken down, or will it only be the people that he reported that have to get punished? Here's the thing. I love being right, but I'm weird. I'll also admit when I'm wrong. If saintontas if we have to ring up the W for saintontas, I will. I absolutely will. But here's the thing. The person that won against the person doing the bad thing should not be exempt from ever being punished for also doing a bad thing. Either take everybody's fucking videos down or leave all the fucking videos up.
Jenna is a pedophile and guilting for him for being a friend of Lakari.
If Jenna doesn't want me to say that, Jenna just needs to learn how to take his mouth and when it wants to move, make it not move. Because he does
that was really zesty, I'm not gonna lie.
This thing very
take your mouth and don't move it, all right?
Often where
oh my god,
he knows I'm going to strike back at him, right? He knows that I will clap back at him, and he still opens his mouth.
Striking back means insinuating that he's a PDF again for just saying Saint might be wrong. I mean, if Jenazet actually was friends with Lakari and gooning with him in DMs and didn't say anything to anybody, this is a problem. Like, it's a fucking problem, dude. Like, that's not just... And here's the thing. Are we taking it out of context? Or are they literally just, like, straight up goading? There's no way to take it out of context because people get taken out of context about stuff like this. It's very easy to take stuff out of context. I want to know, does Saint actually have these DMs? If he does have these DMs, how did he get them? Okay? I mean, this is fucking serious shit that we're implying about people. This isn't just, oh, he pulled a character in a gacha game anymore. This is like he's covering shit up and he's involved in it. That's a serious fucking accusation and it needs fucking evidence.
And so at this point, right, he knows what's going to happen. He should probably just stop, right? He should just stop. I've already told him, right? I publicly said, if you talk...
And here's the problem too. Like, you can't just say, I'm gonna leak DMs if you criticize me. I'm expecting that saintontas actually has the receipts, and that's why he's saying this, because then you are evil. If you're just gonna make shit up and lie and say, if you ever respond to me in any way ever, then I'm gonna ruin your life, that's fucking bullshit, and that can't. So I'm assuming he has receipts.
Shit to me, Jenna, this is what I'm gonna say. I said that, right?
This is all stemming from Tectone trying to give everybody careers and get everybody to talk to each other on gacha podcasts. All of this is because of Tectone trying to bring people together.
Like 10 days before I said...
If Tectone never tried to bring people together and do podcasts with each other, nobody would have been trying to emulate Tectone's success, and they wouldn't have been trying to one-up each other in drama contests, and none of this would be happening.
Said it in that video. I said it publicly like 10 days before that video. He talked shit anyway, so I said it. I'm on the good side. I am now on the good side.
Dude, if saintontas turns this around and turns this into an actual W, it's going to be pure Kino.
Ego actually true? Is it undeserved?
Okay, it's like, god damn it. Do not let this egotistical, narcissistic guy be proven right. Okay, please.
What's wrong with ego unless it's undeserved?
We've all seen these new clips from saintontas alleging some heavy shit. Talking mad shit. Is he in the right? Now, I mentioned that Pokke copyright struck saintontas. Well, apparently saintontas has a lawyer, and it's not just any lawyer. It's Ethan Klein's lawyer. Now, here's a 40-second update.
So it looks like two of the biggest CCs in the gacha space are now fighting, and things have escalated so far that well-known Wuwa creator saintontas is now taking court action
saintontas. You gotta love AI slop.
Against Mr. Pokke, who is a well-known HSR creator. Why, you may ask? Because Mr. Pokke previously struck down one of Saint's videos, saying it was stealing content and not transformative, when in reality, Saint's video is almost 4 times longer in duration than Mr. Pokke's.
Here's the problem with this. Mr. Pokke and saintontas, after meeting Tectone and getting their, like, big bump from Tectone basically gave both of these guys careers, okay? If he didn't, he bumped them up. He significantly bumped them up. Both of these guys have been copying the worst aspects of Tectone, minus the allegations. And I feel like Mr. Pokke is very impressionable, and I think he saw what Ethan Klein did to Hassan's orbiters, and he thinks that if he just copies that winning behavior, then he himself will win. This has obviously not been a good idea, okay? Trying to mimic somebody else's behavior to a T to give yourself success, this is where it's come to. It's come to two guys having to sue each other over gacha drama. And here's the thing. If this is true and the actual reaction is, by the way, if you guys think that I pause a lot, 1 hour and 22-minute reaction on a 20-minute video, if that's true, Mr. Pokke is going to get creamed in court. And saintontas apparently has the same lawyer that Ethan Klein has. And Ethan Klein has already won, he's settled one of his cases, okay, against Hassan's orbiters. This is not good. This is really not good.
Original 20-something minute video. Not only that, the clash has now been going on for more than 2 weeks after Saint discussed how Mr. Pokke pays less to his editor. When Saint called out Pokke...
And by the way, I think that there's also that drama about that too. Like, I feel like if a guy pays you to do a job and you don't like the rate to do the job, you either take the job and then you kind of have to deal with the shit pay, or you don't take the shit pay. I kind of think that this is another controversy. Could Mr. Pokke pay people more? Sure. But like, I don't know.
Pokke, he was quite upset about it. Saint also claims that Mr. Mr. Pokke called him a grapist, which I don't know about, but that's the overall story for employed people. Now Saint has hired a well-known attorney, H3H3's lawyer. And remember, this is the guy who also sued some of the world's biggest reaction streamers before. But let me know.
The reason why Ethan Klein's lawsuit has legs and Pokke's probably doesn't, the people that Ethan Klein is suing, they've literally said, we're reacting and we want you to watch our videos and our live streams so that you don't give Ethan any views or any money because we don't like him, which is literally what copyright is supposed to protect. It's supposed to protect other people from making money off of your product, your stuff. And the entire point of reacting is to pause and react and actually add something to the fucking video. So when people tell me, hey, why are you pausing so much? It's because I'm trying to react, not watch, okay? The people that Ethan Klein is suing, they may have paused and they may have tried to add to the video, but if you don't add enough to the video, then you could get sued for just straight up freebooting and taking the content. Which is why I think that Mr. Pokke, if saintontas actually turned a 20-minute video into an hour and 20 minutes, Mr. Pokke's case is going to be, this is going to be a W for saintontas. I currently think that saintontas is going to win. And I'm going to have to eat my words and I'm going to have to give him the W. But there is hope. There is hope, Mr. Pokke bros. I saw this video and apparently Mr. Pokke has an ace up his sleeve.
Time of recording is going to be 12th of Feb, 6:10
Oh my God. He was 2 steps ahead. He's Nikocado avocado maxing. Surely he has something up his sleeve.
So on the 8th of February, I issued a formal copyright strike on saintontas as well as his reaction video on the tragic downfall of Mr. Pokke due to direct violations of copyright infringement masked under the pretense of fair use. Now this was then followed up by my substantial amount.
I'm so terrified that Mr. Pokke thinks that you can just say copyright infringement and declare it like Michael Scott. I declare copyright infringement. And then it just you go to court and you win. That's not how this works. Like you like, oh, it might be over, Mr. Pokke bros. What does he have up his sleeve? Please tell me you have something up your sleeve.
Of proof addressing the 4 factors of fair use, inclusive but not limited to the purpose and the character of use, the nature of the copyrighted work.
Because it's not like saintontas could just let a 20-minute video play for an hour and 20 minutes. Like, are you telling me that he just literally let it play and then just flexed into the camera for an hour and 20 minutes and then restarted the video after the video was over and just kept doing that for an hour and 20 minutes? I find that hard to believe.
The amount and substantiality of the portion used, as well as the effect of use upon the potential market. So on the 9th of February, after I submitted all relevant proof and evidence on saintontas and his reaction video towards my original content, 3 days later on the 12th of February, which is going to be today, YouTube reviewed my evidence and subsequently removed the content on saintontas channel using a combination of both automated systems as well as human reviews to process the removal.
Okay, this doesn't mean that it's going to hold up in court though. Like, I don't know.
At this point, I'm gonna be making this video because I know one of 2 things are going to happen. Either saintontas attempts to reach out to me privately on resolving the matter and taking the most amicable path of resolution, or he...
I find it hard to believe. When YouTube says automated and human review, it's probably just automated review. And if the automated review got it wrong and the video gets reinstated, then you're still going to court. Like, I
was down and issues what is known as a copyright counter notification.
The most amicable path of resolution. So what does he want? Does he want just saintontas to just roll over and just stop talking about him? Because I highly doubt he's going to do that. He's going to have to pay Mr. Pokke. Like, how does any of this work? I really wish I could watch saintontas' video, but now it's been taken down by YouTube. I find it very hard to believe that if he sat there and paused the video enough for it to hit an hour and 20 minutes, I find it very hard to believe that Pokke has any case on this at all.
To put it simply at this point, the original party, which is gonna be myself, will also have 2 options. Either I accept saintontas' request to reinstate the video and remove the copyright strike within 10 US business days, or I reply to the counter notification with an actual evidence of legal action, which is either gonna be a lawsuit, court order, CCB claim, or determination of infringement from the CCB, which is gonna be the copyright claims board under YouTube. If you guys see this video, it means that...
Also, by the way, saintontas and Tectone are officially like together on this. So I would not be surprised if Tectone is using some of his money to help saintontas, because unlike Hassan, I'm pretty sure Tectone has no problem helping his friends.
For most creators, especially smaller ones, they will not have the financial means of actually hiring an attorney and standing on business to protect their works, which are rightfully theirs, while saintontas will continuously try to actively steal content from other creators under the guise of fair use critique. Now, unfortunately for saintontas, I'm not one of those creators, and I will not be scared into removing my claim by legal request from either you or your attorney, just so that you can continue thinking this is just a game for views under the court of law.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everything is fun and games until lawsuits get involved and people start suing, and that's when like drama stops being like just like this funny little thing. It starts being like actually serious. But the problem is that if one side is abusing copyright and the other side is abusing reports and flagging videos, like we're just gonna be left with like a charred like field of like ash. Like it doesn't look good for Pokke. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, have you watched the saintontas? Now I'm turning into a YouTuber. Have you watched the saintontas video? Let me know in the comments section.
Right now, I have the necessary resolve, evidence, as well as legal support to take this as far as saintontas want to take it, even if it means spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to protect.
I don't know how much money. I guess Honkai Star Rail's paying this guy a lot of money, because if saintontas has Tectone, multi-millionaire Tectone on his side.
I will not discuss my case on why this is going to be a direct violation of fair use in details, as I will leave it up for my legal team to decide.
What really sucks is that Tectone and Pokke were like really good friends for like a year before all of the fucking shit slinging started to happen, and then all the cracks started forming and all the alliances, and now Tectone has moved over to saintontas' side. Incredible, Kino. I don't know. Listen, guys, I'm on my side now. I might actually have to say that I was wrong here, and I don't want to have to do that. So Pokke, please! Pokke, save us, please!
내 놈의 추한 시선이 가진 신선감.